So the other day, Pastor Josh and I were talking. He was in the middle of figuring out, kicking around some ideas of what he could do on Facebook Live, and he said to me, hey, what do you think about getting together and eating our way through Buffalo, filming us taste testing different foods at some of our favorite restaurants throughout the city. And we figured that it'd be a really good idea. One, we can highlight some of the places that we really love to eat, and two, we could get those restaurants some publicity for staying open and continuing to serve the city of Buffalo the food that they still love. So right now we're on our way to pick up a couple of pizzas from Jay's Artisan Pizza on Delaware Avenue in Kenmore Village. So we're headed there now, and we'll see you in a little bit, see what how the pizza is. I don't like the ending. Keep going. So we're headed to Jay's Artisan Pizza to pick up a couple of their different pies that they offer. Their pizza is really good. So that is the first place that we wanted to highlight as sort of a test run to see how this is going to go. So we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so we're getting ready to pull up in a minute to Jay's Artisan Pizza to pick up the pizzas. And what they're doing to make sure they're doing their part in social distancing. When you get there, you call and they bring the pizza out to the car and pass it through the window. It's very convenient. I wish they did it all the time, but it works out really well with everything that's going on. You're Jay, you're the owner, right? You recording?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take it from you. Yo, thanks so much for letting us.
Thank you, guys.
Yo, we love your pizza. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one. You too.
What's up, everybody? We're coming to you from New Covenant Church with one of our updates. We've been having an opportunity for the past couple of weeks to bring some information to you that's been helpful. We had a couple of opportunities and conversations with medical professionals in the area. A couple of weeks ago, we talked to some moms, got some ideas on how to do this homeschooling thing. But today we're going to flip it up a little bit different. We got Dave Bengyak here, the executive director of Buffalo Adult and Teen Challenge. And we're going to do something that we think is just a lot of fun, but we want to make sure that you know that we're social distancing. So we got 6 feet in between the two of us, a little bit more than that. We're safe. We want you to stay safe as you do this. But today, we might cross that distance for something that I've been waiting to get my hands on for quite a while. We're going to talk about Jay's Artisan Pizza on Delaware in Kenmore, New York. But before we do that, Dave, would you introduce yourself, maybe give us a little bit about your pizza cred?
Yeah, so Dave Bengyak, like Pastor Josh said, director of Buffalo Adult and Teen Challenge. I grew up on Long Island, so I like to consider that my pizza cred runs pretty deep. Since I've moved here, Josh and I have always kicked around ideas about different types of food that we like, pizza places and different restaurants that really stand out to us. So I stopped by here a couple of days ago, and Pastor Josh asked me, hey, what do you think about testing and trying some food from different restaurants locally that are still open, helping feed Buffalo during everything that's going on. So the first place that we picked today to do is Jay's Artisan Pizza. It's probably my favorite pizza that I've found since I've been in Buffalo. I've tried a lot of different ones, and this is definitely the one that I like the most. So shout out to Jay's Artisan Pizza. We love you. Keep pumping out delicious pies.
And before we get started, Dave, we got to acknowledge the fact that we both wore the same hat today.
Yeah.
I think I'm wearing it for a different reason than you're wearing it. I'm wearing it because I was told that I need a haircut, and I haven't been able to get one of these times. I don't know why you're wearing it today, but shout out to Jake Hannon and Buffalo FCA. We love you, Jake.
Yeah, love you, bro. Thanks for the hat.
And so I'm excited to get into this pizza. Tell us about it because it's different than a Buffalo pizza.
Yeah, so it's not a traditional deep dish Buffalo style pizza. I really don't even know if the sauce is necessarily sweet. So what we did is we got 3 different ones. The first one that I guess we'll try is their margarita pizza. It's just a regular thin crust pie. It has sauce, some fresh mozzarella, and some basil on it. So I guess we could get ready to get started.
Why don't you cut that joint?
All right.
And I'll serve it up, and we'll taste it, and we'll tell people what we're looking at. So what are the variables that we're thinking about here? We're talking about crust. We're talking about sauce. We're talking about toppings. I mean, a traditional Buffalo style pizza is going to have that really thick, sweet sauce. It's going to have loads of mozzarella on it and shredded mozzarella, and then it's going to have kind of pretty heavy on the pepperoni, that cup and char kind of thing going with it. Thanks, man.
I think this is going to be a little bit lighter than what most buffalo pizzas represent and what are used to. But
Hey, does this meal count if we don't pray before it?
it'll probably add an extra special blessing to it.
So thanks God for pizza and Jay's Artisan. Amen.
Amen.
So let's try this out. Let's see what we got here.
So you got some nice, if you look, you have some nice char on the crust all throughout it. I don't want to sound like the Prez from Barstool Sports, but it's got no flop, but it is a nice thin crust, so let's give it a, you already took a bite, what do you think?
I did. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't wait. This is delicious, man. The balance of flavors is really there. Like, you're not getting overwhelmed by sauce. You're not getting overwhelmed by mozzarella. The chew on the crust is just incredible. I think I'm living my Guy Fieri Diners, Drivers, and Dives dream right here. We wanted to give you an opportunity to see some stuff that's going on locally and really just think about our neighbors as we're going through this time, how can we bless them. And I've been wanting to get my hands on this for a while. Tell me what you think as you take a bite.
I don't want to stop eating it. I think the texture of it is perfect. It's crisp on the outside, but nice and soft as you get towards the end. The sauce definitely doesn't have much sweetness to it. Probably just the perfect amount of sweetness to the sauce. I think the basil has basil on it.
Mm-hmm.
The basil on it adds such a nice flavor to it when you take the bite. That's definitely something that stands out. I think it's phenomenal.
No, I didn't read up a lot about this, and we make pizza at home all the time, but I'm tasting something different in this dough. It's not just like your regular, frozen pizza dough from the store, even fresh dough. It's got a little bit of a tang to it, kind of like it's been a fermented process or something like that. Like, this is really, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to finish? I've never done this kind of thing. Do we finish the piece, or do we go on to the next one? We go on to the next one. All right. So what are we talking about? We got another one in here. Let's take a look at it. So we'll put this one to the side for the guys that are filming us because we want to look them up.
So I'm gonna read to you what the menu says is on the next one. What do we got? Which one is it?
Well, I'll open it up. You read it to me.
All right. So that is the hot cherry pepper pizza. It's a square pie, more
I got a whiff of that when I opened it.
the banana peppers?
The peppers that are on it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's more like a Sicilian style crust. The menu, it's a cheese blend with organic crushed tomato, cherry pepper, pepperoni, chili honey, and Parmesan cheese.
No, that chili honey's gonna be where it's at. I'm thinking that this looks kind of like a Detroit style. Now you gotta pick your piece, man. Like, this is pizza culture right here.
I wanna
Pick the piece that you want.
we get that one with the
Score.
with the pepper in the crust, and that's gonna be where my first bite is.
No, this looks like a Detroit style, like cheese to the edge, square, a little bit thicker on the crust. I'd be interested to see if the crust has a similar taste profile to it. Why don't you take the first bite, Dave, while I talk? And
All right, I'm gonna go in right here, get a nice caramelized cheese edge with the pepper, the pepperoni, and the sauce. Here we go.
oh man, I could hear the crunch. I hope the camera picked that crunch up. That was beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
There's something going on with that crust there. What's your first impression?
It's an overload of flavor between. Ooh. I just got a little kick from the heat. I almost coughed a little bit because I breathed in. Between the fluffiness of the crust, the pepperoni and the pepper, I just honestly had an overload of flavor in my mouth. It's absolutely delicious. Now I'm getting a little bit of heat afterwards from the cherry pepper. But wow, yeah, it's a good slice of pizza.
Now this reminds me more of a buffalo style to it. Like, it's got the pepperoni that's a little thicker. It's got some char to it, maybe a little bit of a mozzarella game going to it. I don't know if it's the sweet honey or the sauce, but the sauce tastes a little bit sweeter to me. But definitely picking up those peppers, and it's a beautiful combo.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with geared a little bit towards, excuse me, being a buffalo style, because definitely a little sweetness in the sauce. You definitely pick up the taste influence from the cup and char pepperoni, which is something, by the way, that I didn't know about until I moved to Buffalo. On Long Island and New York City pizzerias, there's no cup and char pepperoni. Everything is just the big old fat pepperonis, and they don't burn the edges. So it's something cool that I got to learn when I moved.
Yeah, this is delicious. Like, if we weren't trying three, I'd be just mowing this down. Probably not a pizza that you eat with your kids. It's got a little bit of spice to it, but if you like spice, if you're down with hot wings, you could probably handle the heat on this. and I don't think it's an overwhelming heat. It's that kind of heat that burns a little bit and then comes back, and you're like, okay, now I want another bite. Now I want another bite. So definitely one to try again. I'm going to jump into this more after we're done filming.
Yeah,
because I want to get to it. All right, let's look at the last one. And I think there's a little bit of controversy here about how to spell this. So Dave, why don't you tell us what we're looking at? I'll open it up.
So this pizza, I'm really not sure what it's called. I think it's Nduja, but I could be completely wrong with the way I'm saying it. So maybe Ndui, maybe Nduja, maybe my accent affects the way that I say it. But what this pizza is garlic, basil, fresh mozzarella, fontel,
whatever it is, mozzarella is the right way to say it.
Mozzarella, Berkshire Nduja or Ndui, Calabrine chili honey, and Grana Padano, which are just a fancy name for a bunch of different cheeses.
That's sick, man. So it's got Berkshire. The pork is Berkshire from Berkshire pigs. So it's got a little bit. Again, pick the piece, Dave. You're the guest in the house, so you get to. Everybody knows they're selfish, and this is where it comes out. When you have a piece that you want.
I'm gonna take this one right here.
Because it's the piece that looks right. It's a piece that's gonna taste right in your mouth.
I don't know about this one. I've never had this from there, so this is the first time that I am trying this particular pizza from Jay's Artisan Pizzeria.
This is my first time with their pizza ever, and I'm definitely impressed. This looks like a date night for my wife and I.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if I'd want to share these with my kids.
All right, why don't you take a bite of this one?
I'm gonna go first here. Okay. So talk a little bit about what we're looking at while I take a bite.
So we have the same type of style crust as the margarita pizza. We definitely have fresh mozzarella, the sausage on there. It looks like some nice onions laced through there, some basil. They actually, on the slice that I have, they put basil on it and then the fresh mozzarella over it. So I'm sure that'll add some nice special flavor to it. What do you think?
I pick up right away like a bite of sweetness, like the right kind of sweetness. Maybe from the onion, the Calabrian chili oil or whatever that is. Definitely good. The chew is right there with the crust. I think you're not overwhelmed by any particular flavor in that. Like where the last one had a lot of pepper to it, this has like a real balance of flavors. I'm enjoying this. Again, this doesn't have a red sauce on it. This has got the garlic oil, so I think a really well balanced bite of pie.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely something different. It's not your traditional slice of pizza, whether it being Sicilian or Neapolitan or Buffalo style pizza. It brings something different to the table. Definitely liking the sweetness that was picked up in the first bite. I'm a big fan. I think what I like most about Jay's Artisan is their crust.
Yeah.
The way that they get it charred in certain places, but at the same time it's still nice and soft and chewy. I think that's one of the best things and what I like most about their pizza, but definitely another tremendous slice of pizza.
I think out of the three, this one's my favorite, just because it's got that balance of flavor. Like it's different than a buffalo style. It's different than like a traditional pizza, so you're not expecting to get that bite of a pizza like you know it, because we're real specific here in Buffalo. Like we like it a very certain way. And I'm not saying that these two are bad. They're delicious in their own right. I'd eat them any day of the week. But if I'm gonna like go get a pizza that's different than Buffalo and eat something like that, this last one was on point. So my understanding is Jay's they're so popular they sell out. So like how do people order? How do they get connected with them in this time when they're doing delivery or takeout only? Do they do delivery?
I don't think that they do delivery. What I've done, the times that I've ordered from there, I believe that they're open Wednesdays through Sunday. I think that they're open. Well, I don't think. I know that they open on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I believe at 3 o'clock. So what happens is if you don't get your order in early, they run out. So they end up running out of food before normally their closing time. So every time that I've ordered, I call around 3 o'clock and I place my order for a future pickup. And what happens is you call, you order the pizza, or you could go online and place an order. So you call, you order the pizza, or you place your order online, then you go to the front of the store. When you get there, you call the pizzeria and you tell them, hey, listen, I'm outside to pick up my order. You tell them your name, and then they bring it out to your car and put it through your window. That way they make sure they're doing their part with social distancing when picking up food from them. So it's a great little system. Well, I honestly hope they keep doing it after we're back to normal, because I don't mind getting pizzas flung through my car window.
That's what I'm saying. So I know I've said it a couple times, but it's just occurred to me, like, this is the kind of pizza that you would order when you can and pick it up before they close. But I'm thinking, like, this is perfect date night pizza in the midst of having to stay home. If you got kids, you put them to bed. There's directions right here on there. They don't cut the pizza before because they want you to be able to reheat it and have it good. They got directions to reheat it right here. I'm thinking like, you know, light a fire in the fireplace, put the kids to bed, you know, sit on a blanket, eat some pizza, and look into each other's eyes and just experience what date night is like. I mean, I like looking into your eyes and stuff,
Yeah,
but
I get it.
But my wife's better looking than you, no
I
offense.
hear it.
So that's what I'm thinking for this. You know, we're going to do this. I think again, we'd like to do this again. We're thinking about eating up and down Hurdle, maybe going on location when it's a little bit warmer to some of these places. Of course, social distancing, but we do want to promote businesses in Buffalo. We want to say thank you to the people who are feeding us. New Covenant Food Pantry feeds a bunch of people. Teen Challenge, I know, has been blessed by that. Right now, the restrictions have been removed for where you come from. I think you still have to meet the income requirements, but we also have information, if you check it out on our website, on what the dates are and the times for that. We also have a Food Express that comes through, and that's anybody qualifies for that. We want to make sure that people are well fed here in Buffalo. It's a value that we have at this church for sure, but we also want to promote local businesses who are looking to make a buck and continue to keep that economy going. So Jay's doing a great job. Super excited that you would do this. We're blessed to have you in this region making pizza like this for us, and we just want to pray that God continues to bless you as a business. And Dave, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, one of the things I really appreciate about you is, you know, you came to the city maybe 3-4 years ago, and we just started having lunch together and talking about the kingdom every time we got together. But you never let me wrong with food. Like some people say, hey, I'll say, let's get together, pick what you want. And when they tell me what they want, no offense to anybody who's ever taken me out to lunch, but it's like, all right, you know, I'll find something decent to eat there. But you've always kind of gone above and beyond and taken me to places that are unusual. I love your sense of adventure for food. So right now we can adventure in a lot of different ways. There are some ways we can adventure. And so thanks for taking me on a dream, man. I've been wanting to talk about this. I can't even talk to my mouth's watering so much to get back at these things. So we should probably stop rolling. Finish eating. Yeah, maybe invite the guys who are filming us to come in and grab a bite as well. So we just pray that you who are watching this have a great time with your family. Maybe take some time to make some new memories, try some things that are different. And we really want to let you know that we're here for you as a church. If you have opportunity and you don't have a church that you're attending, 10 o'clock Sunday mornings, we go live on Facebook. You can join us, check out what we're doing. And really, we're inviting you not to come and consume the material that we put together, but we're inviting you to come and be part of a community. There will be a time we can gather together live. And if you don't have a church, we're welcoming you to New Covenant Church. If you do have a home church, we encourage you, stay connected with us, but stay connected with your church. Stay faithful with your church. And when this thing is over, get back with your church. We want to bless the kingdom of God in Western New York. We want to see his kingdom grow. And so we bless you for that. Hope you guys have a great day.